Alright, people, I perhaps started the stream a bit too early because I am still setting things up. Yeah, there we go. Booting up the game. How's it going, people? So, this is Metal Gear Solid 2 HD Edition for the PlayStation 3, and this is going to be part 5. Should be the finale, if all goes well. We'll see how it goes. As I was saying last night, there's a lot of cutscenes towards the end that you simply can't pause or anything. So I did want to have a nice stretch of time so that I don't have to rush anything or skip anything to finish before the end of the stream or anything like that. So here we are. Yeah, I was at a fight with Metal Gears or something. Wrecked him. Or is it Solidus himself that you have to fight, perhaps? Or you would have to fight him after, I think? Stinger? Oh boy. I don't have a lot of rations either. Ah, shoot. Hit the shoulder instead. Wait a minute. Ah! Oh yeah, I was pressing the wrong button. Yeah, no wonder. I keep pressing. I don't know about this game, man. I mean, the button layout is kind of counterintuitive. Why is it the square button to shoot? It should be one of the two main action buttons, for crying out loud. Ah, okay, you can't lock onto them right after you just shot them. Ah, there's a ration in the middle there. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Ah. They do that as well? Ah. Have mercy, man. Ah, well, this one's down. Get out of the way. Ah, okay, if you shoot the leg first, the cockpit opens. Ah, bummer. Ah, come on. How many of them do I have to fight anyway? Okay, there's one more down. No more rations? Right away. Ah, yeah, okay, I have to fight all of those that are in the background. Okay. Ah.
Right, come in. Right.
It's a good thing I stopped early last night, because I think I would have lost it knowing that I have to stop the stream shortly and that I still can't defeat these guys. I'm gonna need some time to get this right. Stinger. Ah. There's just too much stuff going on at the same time. Why is it that camera angle now? Yeah, I should have worn the body armor throughout the whole fight, by the way. I don't know why I didn't. It would have made so much more sense. There is a ration there in the middle now. It closed before... Ah! Ah, but too much stuff going on at the same time.
Raiden, are you all right? Raiden? Raiden!
Does it look like I'm alright? I can never find it. Okay, there it is. Fuck's sake.
Raiden, what's wrong? Raiden! Raiden!
What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. You tell me. Oh yeah, I never equipped the AK suppressor actually, now that I think about it. Ah, shoot. Oh, it didn't. It missed. The heck? Ah, there's a ration. Okay. What? It's gonna attack now. Ah! Yeah, this one has very little left. Didn't need to shoot the legs first. Okay, so I already took down 3. Okay. Ah. Can't I get some more rations, please? That'd be nice. Ah. Well, that's it. I'm all out. Ah! Come on! Ah, okay, well, something happened. I survived. Finally. About time too. No way, Jose.
It's no use.
There's way too many.
I expected a little more fight than that, Jack.
No, not like the ninja.
So you decided to show yourself.
Oh, but don't do this. They'll know.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
She did what she had to do to
Not just
protect
comrades,
our children.
family. I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
See you in hell. Oh god!
enjoyed the show, Jack? Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's
It's
wrong?
the virus.
AI. GW, it's out of control. What?
Couldn't they have just have gotten out of control a lot sooner? Really? That would have been helpful.
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down. What happened? Maybe some kind of virus. The Patriots? I don't know. Ocelot, what have you been up to? It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course. Stupid machines!
Just because you use a P90 at point blank like that doesn't mean it's gonna pierce that armor. When it's me, it takes a Stinger missile, but him, nah, no, just P90 bullets and that's it.
Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Ah, it's Fortune.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Okay,
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
okay, I can look around. I was gonna say, did this cutscene looks weird? It's actually gameplay. Okay.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Hey! What the heck? I'm doing that as fast as I can.
What do
You can't
want?
win against
You
him
know
or
he
what?
doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
Haha.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they
I need to
control.
pee. I can't pause it.
First things first.
And
Of course.
they seem to be.
That
They'll
was
be
what
there
you
for a
wanted.
while, so
I
I'll
won't
just go and
stop you.
pee.
Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to reduce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, You're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
She took a bullet for the first time.
How could...
You're no lady
Magic
luck.
bullets.
You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
What? Sounds a bit silly. What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
And now that you can, you probably don't want to anymore.
Thought I got her in the heart.
Excuse me, the microphone seems to... Yeah. Test. Okay. Was only coming out from one side.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Ocelot! Come back here, you old shriveled dick!
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try. How's this then? Damn.
What, she thinks she can still repel bullets without the little gizmo?
I told you, your luck's run out. Take
It
your
would be surprising if they were still
all the payload
being
Ray
deflected.
has. Die!
Don't think anyone could survive that.
Everybody down.
Yeah, they're really tiny explosions. That cause barely any wind in their hair or anything. How did you do it?
She is Lady
Magic!
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier.
Nice piece of ass, by the way.
I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead. No!
Liquid.
No! No, not now!
Hello, brother. Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time. Master, what are you doing here?
Brothers!
Hey, Liquid! How's it shaking?
I've been waiting for this!
It can't be.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You've not been waiting, you already did it once.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
That voice really doesn't go with that body.
Time to say goodbye!
Damn.
When I played this on PS2, I grew tired of the long cutscenes towards the end. I just skipped them.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
It's too long. It's like, well, when can I play? And I hear that 4 on PS3 is even worse.
Stop this thing! Hey, Snake! You coming?
Don't go without me! I forgot my bathing suit! Fits just under the bridge. Wonderful. That's a weird fade. What now? Ah. Oh yeah, this I can still somewhat remember. Are we gonna fight now?
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation.
And they're still not done talking.
The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles.
Yeah,
Cloned from our
terribly
father,
pronounced,
with the
but
ability
yeah.
to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well.
Yeah.
All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden. This is the colonel.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible?
The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary law...
By this century, which one do you mean? The 20th?
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
Like,
What do you
what
mean?
year does this game take
Human
place in?
memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right? You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create
Why is she not as
content.
glitched as the
The
colonel
digital
is?
society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our
Isn't that a quote from something?
as rulers, just as in genetics.
This is how the world ends, not with a
unnecessary
bang,
information
but with a
and
whimper.
must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning?
This
for
is from a
later
poem, okay.
generations?
Because I had
That's
heard
what it
that
means
saying
to create
before.
Context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
This is from a poem from
That's the proof
1925,
of
The
your
Hollow
intelligence
Men by
right there.
T.S.
You lack the
Eliot.
qualifications to
This is the way the
exercise
world
free
ends,
will.
not with a bang, but
That's not
with a
true.
whimper.
I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it.
This is the aspect of
Jack,
Metal Gear
you're
that I
simply the
am not a
best,
big fan
and
of.
you got
How
there all
so
by yourself.
self-conscious or like self-important
happened?
it present
You feel
itself or
lost.
something.
Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you
Takes
turn
itself
around
so
and place
seriously.
the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
What's Solidus doing anyway when all of this is
You
happening?
don't deserve to be
How long have
free.
they been talking like that? What's Solidus doing? He's like,
You are.
arms
The
crossed, is like,
individual
are
is
you
supposed to be
finished?
weak,
Or
but
something.
far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified.
You're a
nowadays.
monster.
That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The
No, no,
S3
wait,
is a
you're not
system
done
for
yet.
controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake.
Fish
It
and
is
mail.
a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly
right.
right.
So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Yeah, with that face, it's hard to believe.
To the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
It's later than you think.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way,
Can we finally fight now?
I was the one who killed your parents.
No! Solidus!
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed. Brace yourself.
Can I finally fight now? Oh shit, it's turned into a video game again.
Jack, are you okay? How's your murdering going?
Rise. Funny.
strong.
Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, don't forget that my life's at stake too. Try to do something for me for a change. Arnicon!
Raiden, you don't have a lot going for you with just your bare hands. You have your own blade. Use it.
Olga? Nah, she's dead. No response. Snake? No response. Colonel? Any advice?
Right. Take Solidus down. Think about Olga's child and your Rosemary. You must win.
Yeah. Ah! I wanted that ration.
Let's go.
Ah. Oops. Okay.
Is that the best you can
Wait, I would have been vulnerable there when he landed.
Is that the best you can?
There.
What's wrong with you?
How do you block again? Ah, yeah, L1. Yeah, I had forgotten how to block.
Let's go.
Kept blocking missiles though, and
Is that the best you can?
tough luck. What the heck?
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting. Let's go.
Yeah, Colonel, what is it?
Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter
Snake?
Raiden?
It was
Jack.
Both of you are just
Dunno.
weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Over here. Is that the best you can do? Let's go.
Isn't that it? Dunno. That wasn't too difficult. Another snake bites the dust. Right now, basically, the game doesn't need me anymore. I could even turn off the controller, actually, but perhaps, I don't know. I think this is where I kind of gave up watching the cutscenes. I think when it's mostly because I was busy and I had to leave and stuff, and I just couldn't pause it and watch it later. I really didn't enjoy how selfish this game was. Demanding that you just sit in front of the TV and watch it as if it were a movie or something, but you can't pause it at all. What?
Who am I really?
Everyone's going
No one quite
about their
knows
business,
who or
like
what they are.
doesn't matter.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in?
The
What am I
Matrix
going to
has
leave
you,
behind
Neo.
when I'm through?
That's the lesson.
We can tell other people about it.
Follow the white rabbit.
What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the
Toys
meaning
R
behind
Us.
the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Dog tags.
Fruity C3.
Anyone you know?
No.
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Hey, don't throw me away like that.
They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Is there any closure, by the way, later on in the franchise? Because I've not played all of the Metal Gear games, but...
Liquid went?
I put a transmitter
Does
on
he ever
his
find
ray.
Olga's
Did he head
child?
for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus
Thanks for the vote
is
of
coded to
confidence,
destroy
guys.
only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Rosemary? If she exists. Is it really her?
Snake?
Hal?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something?
Are you real?
Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
She's pregnant? Hand on the belly thing.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Well, is it over? There was probably something post-credit also, I would imagine. Kind of like at the end of I can't speak, MGS1.
I stare at the stars.
That was a bit weird. The word cast appeared like super fast on screen and then it seemed to slow down or something.
What am I made of? Am I full of sorrow? Am I hurt and pain? Or am I filled with love?
Hideo Kojima, Hideo Kojima, Hideo Kojima, Hideo Kojima.
On the streets below, and ask every child I know. Do you think tomorrow
What am I gonna play the rest of the afternoon now?
which one of these
I didn't really make plans.
I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. I keep holding on till the end. Out of the darkness, there is no
Shall I play something on Wii U, perhaps? A SNES game or something?
light leading to yesterday.
Do I have enough plugs down there so I can boot up the Wii U?
That I'll find inner peace, not
I didn't recharge the Wii U gamepad after I used it last week, though. Don't know if it'll have enough battery to last the afternoon.
I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday. Why can't each of us in the world ever see the best things in life are free? Little sounds of laughter, a warm hug, a smile, a kiss.
Oh, well, it seems to be charged up.
from you to me.
Yeah, I probably took it out of the charging cradle when it was done charging, because I don't like to leave it in there because then it charge non-stop.
Love, do not pass me by. Happy ever after, please stay.
Salami Studios.
Make
Cool name.
time refuse to fly. I can't say goodbye to yesterday. yesterday, my friend, 'cause I know how good it has been. Facing forever, here I stand, come what may.
Kojima! Kojima!
Bring the old, bring the new, yesterday. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for.
Funny to see that someone like Sotaro Tojima was still part of the sound unit at Konami at that time, after being there like throughout the NES and Super NES days and PS1 then even. Don't know if he would still be there now, but he certainly worked at Konami for a very long time. Otacon is a registered trademark of Autocorp Baltimore. We know that Hideo Kojima worked on this game. His name is like 50 times in the credits. Alright. Post-credit scene. Yes, no. Is there anything? Ah. Yep.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet.
Apes.
Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Oh yeah, just in case you forgot, it's a Hideo Kojima game, by the way. Okay. Ah, well, there we go. Okay. Yeah, well, there are a few times I died where I did it on purpose. So, alert mode 38 times, continue 38 times, save 28 times, persons killed 135, 53 rations used. Tanker plant, codename Elephant. A cut above. New item obtained. What is it? A digital camera. You got a camera. You can use it in the tanker episode. Can use it in the plant episode. Okay. Well, or save on the new one, I guess. Well, that was Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty HD for the PS3. Then I'm done with this game. I'll stop the stream and restart and... well, hold on. I will change the information of the stream before I stop it, actually. So that I can restart the stream immediately. I will stop it and restart it so that I can export the Metal Gear part by itself to my YouTube channel without having to edit the thing out in the future. Let's see. Random SNES games. There. Retro. Alright. Okay. I'll be right back then. Just stopping and restarting immediately.